Hey, how you going, fam? Hope you're doing well. I'm back in the forest, searching for the Fort Pine. Go over yarn. So I just registered my first business. And that might sound silly to some people because, yeah, I've never officially registered my own business. I've hustled here and there when I can with an ABN, but I've always been very unorganized when it comes to business. It's honestly something that I just don't really comprehend. And I really think it comes down to definitely my circumstances when I was a teenager, and I was always in and out of different places. I didn't have a stable environment, and I didn't really have the support that I needed to get myself kind of in the door when I hit that age, you know, after school. And I didn't really finish school properly. I was, you know, in and out of shelters and living on the street. I attempted to kind of fit in, but just didn't happen. And that's when I found hip-hop, and that was something that I clicked. You know, it was something that I fitted into. I met heaps of, you know, hip-hop heads. All of a sudden I'm doing gigs, you know, I'm winning rap battles. I'm winning in this world. So I just went hard with that world. And, you know, I haven't really ever stayed in one place for very long. Like when I was in jail, that was the longest that I'd slept in the same bed for like 10 years. You know, and that was only 4 months. So in 10 years, I pretty much didn't stay in the same place longer than 4 months. And yeah, I think a lot of my insecurities and toxic behaviors come from a lot of my rejection and abandonment that happened in those early stages of my life. And the more that I just did hip-hop, and the more that I kind of give myself to the scene and the culture and all that sort of stuff, I just left all the rest and just ignored it, really, you know. And then I got out of jail at the start of 2020, and then went on another big mission. Was doing laps around the country during Corona. Here it is. And doing laps around the country during Corona, getting locked down here and there. I was always on tour with Denny, and I didn't, you know, stabilize for a long time. And yeah, so this year is my year that I'm showing up for myself, you know. I'm really going to get my shit sorted, and this vlog is a great way to hold myself accountable for it, because it's already helped me put a few things in place. You know, it gave me the motivation to get back on the fucking Centrelink, which for me is a big struggle, because yeah, I've always had like a deep-seated fear for being in the system. I've never liked being on the dole. I'd rather hustle. I'd rather, you know, do my own thing and get by. But yeah, 34 years of age, getting back on the dole, baby. It's humbling and it's good. So I'm going to sign up and do the NICE program, and I'm going to document the whole journey. My business is called Stay Grounded Synergy, because you got to stay grounded with the earth. You got to stay grounded within yourself, stay grounded within your community, stay grounded like a tree that has roots, and the roots hold the tree strong during the storm. And you know, the world's a fucked up place. It's a big storm, and this is why we need our community to keep us strong, you know what I mean? So yeah, stay grounded synergy. And synergy is when two things come together to make something greater. And that's what the connection is. When you yourself as a mind, body and spirit connect with the ground and stay grounded within yourself and within this universe, you know, that's how we center ourselves, and that's how we find peace. So with my business, my plan is to like really go and find communities all around the country and go engage with them, learn about that community, learn about their history, learn about why the community is the way they are, and I'm going to try and help them write songs that are going to have all these words of empowerment and healing, and try and create community strength through music, but especially with affirmations of open-minded, thinking forward, you know, sort of stuff that we can really help the kids, you know, because that's the thing. A lot of us really, you know, we carry our parents' traumas, and generationally, even if you don't grow up with the same trauma, you can definitely take on the attitude of the trauma. And that's the thing. A lot of people might say, hey, I didn't have a hard life, but they're still thinking in the way of someone that was traumatized because maybe their parents were, or maybe their grandparents were, you know what I mean? Yeah, I really want to go to this town on the west coast of Tasmania called Queenstown. And I went there with Denny and stayed for a couple of weeks a few years ago, and really connected with the community there. And there was a young fella there called Nash, and you know, I knew him because I was mates with his older brother, who unfortunately passed away, was taken away. And yeah, this kid, you know, I just had a soft spot for him. And he said he always wanted to rap, but you know, there's no facilities or no hip hop really going on in that town. So I really want to go out to Queenstown and write a song with Nash and his mates and help, you know, just plant some seeds, you know what I mean? Like, through the songs that we can kind of help them create that reflects their values, reflects, you know, reflects their community, reflects their dreams, their ambitions, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's my business. That's going to be it. Stay grounded synergy. You know, what I did with Riley P up in Palmerston last year was really special. That was a big learning curve for me as well, going to a different part of the country and engaging with the community and helping the youth. Because that's the thing, when we grow up in an environment that might not be the best for us, if we can give the kids the skills to understand their environment before the environment has a negative effect on them, that's what we got to do, you know what I mean? That's how we can help prepare the next generation, is if we can help give these kids the skills to, yeah, be ready for their environment. You got to help the kids teach their parents to heal, because a lot of the parents that reflect trauma onto their kids, by the time they're a parent and they're deep into that, they're a bit too far down the track, you know what I mean? I know between me and my dad and me and my mum, us healing has had to be a two-way street. And, you know, a big part of me finding that healing within myself was that I had to lead with love with both of my parents individually to help them find healing for themselves that they didn't know they need. That's the thing. Healing is an ongoing journey. It doesn't stop. And especially in communities where there is a lot of trauma, or people that have been victimized or have been victims of their circumstances. And this happens in a lot of communities where people have been put there based off, you know, and that's classism. At the end of the day, you've got communities that come from people that don't have as much, and then you got communities of people that have got generational wealth, you know. And a lot of the time, it's the isolated communities that don't have much wealth, and they need that empowerment, you know what I mean? We need to teach them how to internally power themselves, because when they can internally empower themselves, then they can externally empower the world around them. Yeah, that's the business. And I guess with this vlog, I want to document the journey and show you guys how to do it with yourself. Like, I'm using this vlog to empower myself, and then I'm using it to start this business that is going to help me get my shit sorted, get me on track properly, and just keep moving forward. Like, over the last few years, because I've been all over the place and I've had all sorts of personal circumstances going on, There's heaps of merch that I've sent out and it got sent back and I've lost, or I didn't send it out, or there's been a lot of stuff like that that I've left hanging, and I haven't had the capacity or the money or, you know, my shit together enough to get on top of it. But I'm going to get all of that sorted. I'm going to get everything sorted. I'm like, my name is Earl right now. And yeah, once again, this vlog is helping me empower myself to do that. Because yeah, if it's my neurodivergence or ADHD, that really makes all of that stuff a big struggle for me. And then, you know yourself, when you stack one thing on top of each other, they all stack up. And you know, the older I got, the less I got my shit sorted, the more anxious I got about getting my shit sorted, you know. And I can honestly say that. And the more that I pretend that that's not the reality, or the more that I'm not transparent about that, the more anxiety builds, you know. So yeah, this year's going to be good. I'm going to go across the country. I'm going to go to Melbourne in March, and the first week of April, I'm going to show you what to do. You know, we're going to make it happen. We're going to empower the community of this national hip-hop scene. For everyone that's connected, I'm just going to link it all up. It's going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. And yeah, while I'm on this journey, I'm going to do my business course and learn everything that I need to really kind of set this up properly. And my end goal, you know, by the end of the year, I want to be back home in Tassie. I want to show you guys everything that I've done around the country once again. I'm going to go really hard this time. It's going to be hectic. I'm going to create a national network of artists that are all connected for the right reasons, to support each other. And that's what we got to do too, you know. So we need to continue supporting each other, keep collaborating. You know, over the years, I've connected so many people and introduced so many people that have started working together and then blown up, you know what I mean? I've watched it happen so many times. And that's the excitement of when you're deep in making those connections happen, you don't realize the seeds that you're planting. And you know, I'm so honored when I look back on a lot of seeds that I've planted and I see where people are now, and I'm just grateful that I'm grateful that they trusted me, you know, because I do feel like I see this shit sometimes a couple of years ahead of where it's at. And if I can plant the seeds at the right time and just get boom, 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 you know, hosting rap battles, making ciphers happen, you know, it's very exciting. And I'm very honored to be that person. It's something that, yeah, definitely gives me a lot of purpose. And as I navigate my own journey, you know, like, I'm very satisfied for what I've, I guess, received out of my own personal artistry and my career. Like, I'll always make art, but for me right now, on my part of my journey for where I'm at, culturally as well with hip hop, like, I need to teach. I need to help plant those seeds. And the more that I can plant those seeds with different generations, that's what I owe to this culture of hip-hop. It's given me such a vehicle of purpose for so long, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, it's going to be a big mission. But I'm grateful, you know. I feel right with God. I feel right in my heart. I feel right in everything to actually go do this. And I know if I lead with love and patience and put in all the work, I know that the blessings are ahead, you know what I mean? And it's not just, because once again, I'm not just in this for myself, but I need to find that healthy balance, because that's what I've done in my past too. Because I've neglected a lot of my own personal life and a lot of aspects of that, I've focused it on doing things for the world around me, you know, and heavily investing myself into helping other people or doing this and doing that, which once again, you know, has been a bit of the hip-hop journey as well. But now I've really found, you know, I've found that validation within myself, I know I can do it at a healthy balance where, you know, I'm putting myself first, but I'm still planting the seeds and I'm working as the farmer, you know, and I just got to water that garden. I've got the right support network. My OG Tons is in my back corner. Honestly, like, I can't express how much Tons has been a massive influence, and just seeing how that man operates in his world and how he connects and he uses hip-hop. And yeah, that's what hip-hop is. It's in the heart. It's not all this marketing. It's not all this bullshit. It's not all this you know, terrible shit that keeps coming out every day from the industry and everything like that. Hip-hop is that connection. That's what it is. You can try and find it any other way, but that connection's timeless. And if you move with that connection consistently and be open, you never know what you're activating around you, you know. And I'm so grateful once again to be able to share this with you on this vlog, because yeah, it's all very divine. And I just know that you're going to see what I mean. I'm going to change the world around me through changing myself, because we have to lead with example. It's the only way that we can actually like help teach is through leading and being an example. If you're there preaching and you're not practicing it yourself, something that you've got to do and hold yourself accountable for, you know. Yeah. Gonna do a lot more talks as well, a lot more grill talks. I'm gonna talk about just lots of aspects. I mean, Australian hip hop is gonna be the vehicle that I'm gonna use to express how I understand the world, because that has been my vehicle through the lens of being an Australian hip hop artist. That's what helped me travel and connect with all the people that I've learnt from, and every person that I've learned from is a reflection of who I am today, you know. Hey. Bless. But yeah, that's where we're at. Stay grounded synergy. I want to come to Queenstown. I want to go to Scottsdale. I want to go to Burnie. I want to go to Smithton. All these places in Tassie. I want to really like try and help plant seeds in each town. Help the youth write a song that really, you know, it's one they actually like. It's something they sing along to, and it represents them, and it can help push them forward. That's the hustle. Yeah, big shout outs to Young Mob Crazy Anonymous up in Palmerston. Their dad is Shag, my brother Riley P. And check out yeah, We're Gonna Be Alright by Young Mob Crazy Anonymous. Check that out. Oh, I got. I've been walking in this pine tree for a bit, and I finally fucking got poked. I hope you're happy. Oh, that was rough. It was like a real pointer, straight in the foot. But yes, stay grounded synergy. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, thanks for listening, fam. I'm just having a yarn, I guess. But yeah, I'm manifesting all of this. I'm manifesting eventually working with, I want to work with a fella, Adam Drake, and go out to some communities up in Northern Territory. He runs a company called Balanced Choices, and I just really like his energy, and I love kind of what he does and how he connects with people. So I want to do some work with him. I'm going to go back out to Perth. I want to connect up with my bro Zero and Cortex, and connect up with Complete. I'm going to catch up with Complete this week, actually. I'm going to go to his show and film a vlog at the Complete show on Saturday, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to catch up with Dunners and have a bunch more yarns. Yeah, I'm going to go over to Melbourne March 1st. I'm doing a show at Shot Kickers with the Break and Bread guys. So I'll be hosting a show in Melbourne March 1st. And that's where the journey is going to start there. So March 1st, and then April 6th is going to be the big battle event. All the announcements will be coming out soon. I'll be making vlogs about the matchups. And then we're going to do a bunch of connections. I've invited about 60 different rappers from all around the country to come to Melbourne for this 1 week. There's going to be a bunch of people performing. There's going to be a bunch of ciphers going on. There's going to be a bunch of battles. We've got breakdancers coming. I'm going to invite special guest judges. I'm going to invite everyone. This is the time. All the OGs down to the youngins. Everyone's invited, and I want you to come and see what this is going to be, because it's going to be good. It's going to be healthy, and we just need to keep pushing that good vibe, you know. Lead with community first, and that's putting God first. When you put God above your own ego, it's in the sense of like when you put community before yourself as an artist. Check out the fruits that it bears, and you got to see the rewards, because it's lonely at the top. That's why we got to stick together. You know what I mean? That's why we got to stick together. Yeah. But yeah, big love to you all watching, everyone that's supporting. And just bears with me as a human. I think that's why I needed to do this vlog as well, was because when you forever are putting out, you know, and I can get my staunch on, that's for sure. Really, I'm a sweet softy, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely have my opinions sometimes, but I'm generally an open-minded person that will let someone be right for the sake of them feeling good about themselves, which it hasn't always worked out well for me, you know. But I really had to fit into this world of standoffishness, and I used to operate with aggression and control and all that sort of stuff, and I've just kind of I let go of it. It's the beauty of doing that healing and finding that comfort for yourself. And I'm definitely not healed. Not healed. It's an ongoing journey. And it's hard. It's an interesting one to navigate when you're being this honest with yourself and open. Because it's fucking confronting for a lot of people that aren't open or are just private about their shit, you know what I mean? But for me being very honest and open with my shit is helping massively. Every time that, you know, on certain shit that I had to really deal with healing, expressing it externally is how I got it out. And I feel that that's what we need to do. That's why people pay for therapy, because you need to talk out your trauma. You can't just sit there and bottle it up. Time doesn't heal. I really don't think that term time heals. It's not. It's action. Action, acknowledgement, accountability, sincerity, and forgiveness. And you have to forgive yourself to truly apologize. I think that's another aspect too. A lot of people are in denial of forgiving themselves because they've fucked up so much, and yeah, they have to go back to the start of the journey to forgive themselves, to heal. And this is all shit that I want to share with the communities and the people that I work with, is to help them. You know, hip hop is the best thing, or making music and writing is the best thing for processing your emotions. It's what gets it out of your head onto the paper. That's art therapy. That's what we're talking about. So that's my business. It'll be art therapy and healing through community engagement using hip hop music. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's going to be good. I need to bring bottles of water with me when I do this shit. So I end up getting the dries nearly every time. But yes, I'm feeling good about it. We're on one, baby. Lots of deep thought, you know, just processing it all. And I just want to let you know what I'm thinking while I'm doing this. Like, I plan to do lots more work with grills. I want to go out to different communities. And that's the thing, like, once I come back from around the country, I want to go to Risdon Vale and make a song with the youth there. And if I can do it with this vlog, so this is the thing. Councils have always, like, they're shocking for, you know, paying on time or working with the council. Every time I've ever worked with the council, it's been very complicated. Whereas if this vlog works and you guys are supporting me and sharing my stuff, and I can self-fund myself, I will do this all myself with the vlog. You know what I mean? I just have to fund myself. I have to get by to do it. So that's the hustle. Once I set up my business, I'm gonna definitely send my details to councils and community centers and people that could be interested, schools. But if I don't get anyone biting, I'm not gonna stop. That's the thing. The business is the vehicle for me doing it. But if this vlog takes off like I'm hoping it does, and I know it will, if I just keep consistent and I stay on this journey and achieve everything that I'm talking about, and I show to you that I'm, you know, becoming a man of my word and taking action in my life, I know that you guys are going to watch it and support it more, and you're only going to see all the fruits that come from it, you know. So I encourage everything I'm sharing with you to, you know, help you get inspired as well. That's the thing. Like, I'm trying to motivate myself. I'm trying to motivate the world around me. But I have to make sure that I motivate myself before I'm worried about motivating anyone else. You know what I mean? And that's what we all got to do. We all got to motivate ourselves first before we're worried about anyone. The old forest. But yeah, I can't wait to do these connections. Ooh! I've invited Riley P down from Darwin. I've invited Sismac as well. Hopefully Riley P brings Ezra Austral, who just dropped a track on TAL. I've invited Zero and Razzie Mac over from Perth. Cortex over from Perth. I've invited Manazil from Adelaide. I've invited Ratesy, Rates 1, ABK from New South Wales. I've invited St Bedlam and G Rebel from Sydney. I've invited Dubs 1 from Townsville, Queensland. I've invited a bunch of heads from Tassie coming over. But these are all people that are all going to come down and jump on the connection. There's plenty more. There's plenty more. I won't spoil it all. But we're going to do a big connection with Down Under Cyphers. We're going to do this big rap battle event with Breaking Bread Productions, and we're going to do a Breaking Bread connection as well with everyone that's battling, and as well all the Breaking Bread crew with Shining Armor. And we're going to do a Burn connection for the Burn Crew 25th anniversary. Very exciting. And I'm setting that one up with Bias B and Raisin. Woo! Hear that? The Burn connection with Bias B and Raisin. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I ain't fucking around. Manners and Ratesy. Woo! The TAL boys. Woo! Sorry. Yeah, it's going to be good. So it's going to be the first week of April. The battle event's going to be hectic. We're going to do a weigh-in event. It's going to be full UFC spec. That's what we're doing. Breaking Bread Productions do it proper. They just had a party. All I heard was mad vibes, mad news, mad feedback. And I'm going to be hosting another event of theirs March 1st in Melbourne. So this one's all going to start kicking off. I'm getting all of my business set up, and I'll be doing my course while I'm on the lurk as well. And I'll be on the mission, but it's going to be a good time. And I'm just going to, yeah, I'm using what I'm doing now to prove to myself, you know, to really get myself sorted, because that's the thing with these things. When we get older and we just let them go and we let them go, and we're like, oh fuck, got to do that shit. And that's it. Everything around us is rapidly evolving all the time, you know. Technology, it's hard to keep up. Digital ID, corona ass shit, you know. So I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna go get a drink. And much love, fam. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a couple vlogs in the next couple days. Have a big yarn about different aspects of different shit. Hey, and let me know what you want me to talk about. Write it in the comments. Say, hey bro, can you talk about this? Just let me know. And then I'll see a comment, I'll press record, and then I'll upload a new one. Let's do it. Much love, fam. Real talk.